Suddenly, I hear people screaming from the beach. Fire, fire, jump, 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 jump. I looked at the mirror. I saw some like flames. So I am Ahmed. I was born and raised in Dubai. I am Palestinian, Jordanian. I was planning to get my license way before the date I got it, actually, because they had this rule. Before, you used to take 2 weeks course and then finish in less than 1 month, you have the license. By the time I went there to have that, they implemented that rule that you have to take 40 lessons. After high school, I went to study outside UAE, so I didn't have the chance to get the license. I got it in Egypt in the Marine Academy. I work as a Marine captain. Later on, when I finished studying in Egypt, I came back here. I had no option but to join this 40 lessons, and then I took the license. It cost me around 6,000. It was money that time. It was something. It's not. It used to cost you 1,500, 2,000 maximum. And from 2000, it jumped to 6,000. So it was like, unlogic for me to accept that right away. So I had to give myself some time, to accept that new fact. So I got the license. And then I went back to sea to work. I finished my academy, so I went back to sea. From that time, I used family cars whenever I am on vacation. And before having the license, I used to have my manager. I used to work in a computer company, and he had like 3-4 cars. One of them was a Honda Civic, 1993. So that was my like very, very, very first car I ever drive in my whole life. Officially. Way before, in mid school, way before I got my license, like 7 years before I got my license. That was my first car. Automatic, 1.4 carburetor, Honda Civic. In Sharjah there is no shisha, and the nearest cheapest place beside you is Ajman. So you can go and have some shisha. And in winter, this border neighborhoods with Ajman used to be, flooded with water, and no cars can pass. It was like, a real mission to pass to the other bank, from Sharjah Bank to Ajman Bank. Only some 4-wheel cars can manage to do, and the other cars, like many cars, used to stop. I had nothing to lose in that. I didn't even own the car. I have nothing to care. And it was carburetor. It was nothing. So I was like, okay, either the car will pass or not pass. If it pass, we will go back. Passed. And the car actually passed. And I started, collecting speed way before the gargara and the water start, in order to have some good inertia. So actually the car float for like 10 seconds. I could actually feel the car floating. It wasn't no grip, nothing, but the engine was running, everything was running, and even some water came into the car, but the engine was running and the car was floating, and all the movement came from the inertia I had before, until I had some grip, and then I managed to take out the car. So we sat at the shisha place, when the shisha place, was 5 dirham, and chai was like 1 dirham, and even washing the car inside, outside was 5 dirham. Life was simple, with 10 dirham you can do plenty of things. So we washed the car and we smoked shisha, and then it's like, let's go to Sharjah. That was the place to go in Sharjah back in the days. Pen is the car stopped moving. The gear, we went to Sharjah, the gear didn't engage or anything. I didn't know what is the issue. And this car already was marked from Baladiya, 2 times. I used to remove the marking, the red marking by blade, some blade and some water with soap, and then I used, or petrol, thinner. I used to remove all the marking because it wasn't registered. I didn't have any license. The car, no milkiya, no insurance. I had to carry water, brake fluid. I had everything in my hand. I had 2 jack. So the car stopped, and I had nothing to do. It was Thursday, and I was still studying in school. So I was like, okay, next Thursday, I will come and they'll check the car. Maybe we can do something and bring the car back home. We didn't find the car. I believe they took it, They came by because it had also even this old Dubai plate, the orange one. It had that one, the yellow or orange. So like, immediately any police cop can recognize this car is not registered. This car has something, has a story. And even if you leave the car for a week, one tire will go flat. So you have to go and change the tire, and then go put air in that one. That's why I had two, because sometimes two go off, so you have to have two. I go fix that one and put the other one. Redundancy, You have to have redundancy, plan B and everything. So I had plan C with my car until plan C and D. So the car even go. This is not even my car, but the first car I bought, I didn't even choose it. I was in Jordan doing some course, second mate course. I finished in Egypt, then I went to Jordan. My father bought me this Nissan Versa, yeah. It is the hatchback Tida, but it was US imported. It didn't last long, maybe 6 months, and then while going back to Ajman in Sharjah Sea, seaside, Sharjah beach, the car suddenly stopped. It was clean. I had very big accident in Jordan with the car. I lost traction, oil spill on the road. I changed transmission. I changed the front side I changed even glass. I changed everything in the car. The car came back new. I even bought new rims, tires, everything. The car looked neat. It was lowered. No 100 stereos or screens or lights, nothing. It was simple, neat and clean. I was driving, and even the sound system was simple. Just 4 speakers, 1 subwoofer and 1 amplifier. Nothing too crazy, but the car was simple and clean. While going back home, the car stopped working suddenly. For what reason, I don't know. I started the engine. The engine started for like 5 seconds and then go off. I was like 1 kilometer away from home. So I was like, okay, let me reach home and then I'll see what's going on with the car. So I was like trying to start the car. Suddenly I hear people screaming from the beach. Fire, fire, jump, 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 jump. I looked at the mirror. I saw some like flames, and some dark smoke. I had like, there was an empty place, Gargara, There was an empty place on the right side. So I just simply entered there with the inertia of the car. I stopped, I was trying to start the car, but once I realized that the car was on fire, I didn't start anything. I just drove with the inertia, and then I simply, like Hollywood movies, jumped from the car. I didn't manage to salvage anything from the car. So I sold the car for like, 500 dirham. There is one question in the questionnaire. What is your poster car when you was a kid? It was the Nissan Patrol one door, the old one, the 1998, 1995, that shape, that's still going on until now. That was my car, I was like, this is the car. But the new Nissan generation, I'm really, I disguise it. I'm truly like against it in all aspects. I hate it from deep inside, I hate what Carlos did to Nissan. I believe maybe one of the ways to save Nissan is to, make reproduction of the old cars. Why not? They live until now.